Welcome back, beloveds. Here we are for another week, a new beginning, week 2. We are on for our 21-day soul cleansing journey. So, what are we chatting about this week, y'all? Well, before I get into too much, let me light my sage. And let's talk about a little bit of let's recap. I'm feeling called to a recap for the last week. Sage burns so much stronger than Palo Santo, and much longer too. So if you really need to clean your energy down, you better get this sage bundle, this white sage bundle. But yes, let's go ahead and clear it and clean it and cleanse it all out for this new week. I mean, I know it's Friday, and this is the weekend before Christmas. This is the last weekend of the year. No, not the year. Second to last weekend of the year. Either way, it's the new moon. That I do know. I don't know the calendar years or the calendar dates, but I do know that it is the new moon in Sagittarius. And so, as we are entering into this new week of setting intentions, setting the right intentions, because what are we here for? What are you here for on this soul cleansing journey? Gotta ask yourself and set those. That way you can set the right intention to move in that direction, so that next week we can close out the year and enter the brand new year in a brand new year cycle. Taking transformative action. So, I forgot we were going to recap, and then I started talking forward. So let's recap a little bit, rewind. Last week we talked about releasing expectations and judgment, self-judgment, releasing self-judgments. This week we talk about replacing all those fears with love, because the goal is to live in conscious love, fully, freely, deeply. Hey, Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle. Hey, Grandma. Earth angels guiding you. This is what our ancestors, this is what our grandmothers are trying to tell us. Trying to help us move into learning more of conscious love, divine love, not conditional love, not codependent love, right? Not transactional love. And that's what's shifting this week. That's what last week helped us move out. We have the Ace of Wands, this divine clearing of energy. It was so tough last week, was it not? So much coming up from the bottom of the ocean of our emotions, of our life, from looking back through our entire story and how we can become aware. That's the first step, is self-awareness of our story, of how it has shaped us into being who we are and how we feel and what we do in our everyday life and relationships, good, bad, and ugly, imperfect, flawed, but also pure and beautiful, raw and vulnerable. We've put our hearts on the line over and over again, trying to understand this thing called love, we say. only to find out it's actually really about understanding who we are because we are love, right? But if we're so disconnected, if we're so broken from that, it makes it really, really hard to remember. And we look for it in everything and everyone. And then we judge ourselves. And we shame ourselves. But we have the solar plexus that is purging, clearing, cleansing to move into our illuminated radiance, our chi, our life force energy that merges from the sacral. So we can reclaim, let me put this sage down, so we can reclaim our energy. So we can remember the star seed element that is within. The star seed element, the crystal child that you are. I don't know what any of this means sometimes, but they come through. And then my mom says these things, and then I say these things, right? Isn't that how we learn? Isn't that how we become? And then we ask ourselves, what does this mean? What does it mean to be a starseed? What does it mean to be a crystal child? Crystal Keys. That sounds like Alicia Keys' daughter. It's beautiful. I don't think Alicia Keys has a daughter, but if she should. And if she didn't, she should name her Crystal Keys. But just know, beautiful star seed divine, wildflower, star seed, crystal, a rainbow, unicorn, fairy, whatever you want to call yourself. Beautiful divine child of love. You are protected through this loopy portal, through this portal of the 21-day soul cleansing journey, through this portal of the wheels that are turning in your fortune. The wheel of destiny is moving, clearing the energy with divine. You see how this is in sideways because it's moving. The energy is shifting. Nothing is yet set in stone because we are releasing. We're still in this releasing and replacing mode. It says it even over here to confirm with Moonology. Literally the same thing. Take time to breathe out. And what do you need to release? I can't make this up when the cards come out and they say the same thing in two different piles, two different decks. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I love it. Be mindful of the opinions you have about yourself and the self-judgment. Release that self-judgment. Not everything that comes through your head is true about yourself. Be kind and gentle, especially right now when you're in this fragile moment of releasing the judgments and expectations of last week. This is a soul cleansing journey. This is a 21-day soul cleansing journey. 9:19 on the clock right now. This is about becoming, moving into, reclaiming your energy. Who you are always meant to be. Reclaiming the energy of your entire essence. That is your divine birthright to live in abundance, in alignment, in peace, in love. So bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation, or else nothing will come of the situation. Ooh, that takes me back to bringing love into. What day was that? I need to go back. But that was the day last week. Bring love in. And then I had that calling to open my super old, falling apart Bible that I got over 15 years ago, maybe, with all sorts of things, because I am and have been learning all the languages as best as I can as they come up. This is something that I grew up learning. That is a part of my history, right? But I won't get too much into that because we're going to talk about this. But this is what moves me. This is why it's important to set these intentions. Spirit's trying to tell me I can stay on track. But the reason why I was bringing up the Bible, bringing up the verse that I wanted to chat about with this, if you don't bring love into the situation, nothing will come of the situation, is because that 1 Corinthians 13 said, I know it's not Sunday. I'm sorry to take y'all to church, but Spirit speaking. Literally the same thing though. If I speak with eloquence, if I am doing all these things, if I sacrifice my body and give everything I have, but I don't do it in love, if I don't do it in that essence of love, if I'm not doing it with love, then nothing will come of it. Nothing will come of it. And right now, you may not be feeling attached to that essence of love, and that's okay. Remember, we're coming back to our energy. We're reclaiming our energy. We're not there yet. We're in the midst. We're on the way. We're healing through grief and loss. 1313. Sorry, these numbers are shouting out to me, so maybe those are significant numbers for you. Angel numbers or whatnot. Look them up on Google if you'd like to know the message behind them. Maybe there are additional messages for you. But why is it so important to set these intentions? Because Spirit is with us trying to clear this energy so we can clear and claim our energy, so we can release fully all this fear and self-judgment, so we can replace it with love, so we can show the world who we truly, truly are. The full moon and the new moon in Aquarius show the world who you are and bring love into the situation, or else nothing can come of the situation. Look at the full spectrum of it all. Look at the full spectrum, as above, so below. Thy will, not just my will. How is this a part of the cycles of life and death and rebirth and transformation and resolution and evolution and conscious expansion, radical expansion? What do I need to release? So maybe even under this new moon in Sagittarius is of hope and optimism. Let the energy of this optimism, new moon of new cycles, let the energy of hope and optimism of the Sagittarius new moon tonight move us into love. We had to release all of that judgment last week. so we could replace it with love, so we could bring love into the situation. And as we're doing that, we are reclaiming our self-will power, because we are moving with synergy, with divine. Where's that Wheel of Fortune? We're moving with synergy, with divine. In alignment as the starseed crystal indigo rainbow child that you are. Okay? We know that your truth matters. Your story matters. Who you are, the real you, matters. Make your dreams, turn them into a practical plan. Get a practical plan so that this situation can come out with a win-win solution, like we had showing up last week. As we're working through our fears, as we're clearing out all things that are disempowering for our growth, our soul growth, our heart healing. Be kind and patient with yourself and honor your truth, because your truth is personal to you. No one is your truth. No one should give you the permission to be you. Align thy will with your will. Align this Wheel of Fortune with the energy that is cleansing and clearing, trusting that your intuition is also moving you with where you need to go. It's personal to you, your truth. This situation, the truth in this situation is your personal truth. And it's not for anyone else to judge or shame or change. Look at the full spectrum of it all. Okay? So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I hope that helps us move more into this week, gets us a little bit more prepared for this week, excited for this week, because now we get to start thinking, moving in that vibration of those intentions that are in alignment with our love, our heart, our will, and our destiny, our purpose. Okay. Our birthright. It's the last thing that I had to say. All right? Beauty and abundance is your birthright. Don't forget it. All right? Let's get there. Let's receive and call that in and take one step closer with it. Okay? And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.